Welcome back to another video. We are up here in northern Nevada and we've got a little bit of adventure planned. Calls for high wind warnings, shelter in place.
Great.
Perfect. Let's go on an overnight camp trip. There's a couple things we're gonna do. There's a place called, we call it the Ruins, and it's old. We think it's a gold mining camp back in the 1800s. It's way back hidden in the mountains here. We're going to try to find it again, and this time we're going to explore it a little bit more. And then we're also going up into a canyon where we think it's going to be sheltered enough where we could camp out tonight and not get blown off the mountain. But the air is coming out of the north, and it's
chilly.
It's cold.
It's chilly.
The sun's out and it's cold, and you're right, and it's really cold. But we stopped here. This is a natural horse spring about halfway up the mountain of Raw Peak here. And was there an old town up here? Somebody
Zernville.
Said? Zernville. So if anybody's heard of Zernville, leave a comment. I've never heard of it. We think we found one of the cabins down in here on Google Earth. So we're gonna check it out and see what's going on there. I'm not sure what they're doing up here. We're gonna try to research that a little bit more. So should be a pretty fun adventure. Hopefully you come along for the ride with us, because you're going to have fun with us, and it's going to be exciting. What do you think?
Definitely. It's going to be cold and exciting.
Yeah, but we got enough cold gear, and should be fine, so
let's
get to it. Alright, we just found this weird looking rock. So tell me what that looks like. I'm calling it the Laughing Rock. His jaw's a little bit to the left. You can see the two eyes and the nose. Oh, that's crazy. Wonder if that's natural or not. Oh, we think we're getting closer. We've been hiking for a little bit. Some old, well, these chairs aren't that old. We had seen a picture of the ruins of Zernville, and we thought it might be in this location, but we researched Zernville and found out it was in the Carson Valley and not here. But we are going to find something that's pretty cool. Here's what's left of, another cabin, but it's kind of hidden back in here. Hey, we got a camp spot. Oh, look, there's something in there.
Like a little bedroom?
Yeah, so anyways. They had water from that horse spring. It's kind of hidden down here. They also did a lot of work putting that little makeshift road thing in. So that tells me that's fairly old. So we're gonna move forward. We're actually going up around that mountain, way back on that back side over there. Some of the local residents up here. Okay, if you can see the side of that mountain, there's two giant caves. And I met this old guy a few years ago, and he said a buddy of his went into that cave and found a Bible, a Mormon Bible, dated 1870. So those caves are going to be on our list. There's no way of getting to them by road. This is probably the closest spot, and it's probably a mile or two up to them, and then hiking up that steep mountain. So that'll be for another adventure. You can see straight out there's about 20 or 30 horses. And typically when it gets windy like this and cold, the horses will always find a spot that's out of the weather as much as possible. So when you see them up here in this canyon, they're not normally up here, they're down below further. That means they're hunkering down up here because of the wind. And I'll tell you, the wind just blowing on my hands right now, it is freezing. I didn't want to tell Phil this is not the right way to go, but we're going to follow this fence line and do a little cross-country riding. Big piece piece of barbed wire on the ground there. Well, we came from down there. Let's see almost where that water tank is. And our camp spot is in this ravine down in here. This area is rich in mining history. Back in 1849, gold was discovered in Dayton, Nevada. And there's miners all through these mountains up here in the late 1800s to early 1900s. So there's all kinds of things that people probably haven't even discovered up here yet. That's what makes it so exciting. Okay, we're gonna stop here and we're gonna hike in. Notice we're on the other side of the ridgeline. The wind is blowing like 20 or 30 miles an hour up here, and it's about double the coldness. And that's why the horsies are down there. They're smart. So, you know, if you ever get in a spot you're not sure the best place to be is, follow the horses, because they know. We're gonna go down in this canyon, and I'm gonna show you this road. I'm gonna tell you or show you why I know it is. It's from they were pulling wagons down here with mules, and I've been here before, and I've found a mule shoe right here. It was from the late 1800s, so we think you'll see. It's pretty cool.
So we're hiking up this ridgeline road, getting up to this site, and this is the road that they built. This was all hand stacked, and they built this whole thing to level out the road to get in here, which took a tremendous amount of effort, and it goes on all the way like that, all the way up into this ridge line.
Yeah, we're coming up to some snow, and you can see how, I don't know, you probably can't tell how steep it is up here. It's super steep to the right and really steep on the left here. I could just picture some mules pulling a wagon through here. That thing weighs about, I don't know, 300-400 pounds at least. They did a lot of work back in the day. And do all this work for nothing, that's what we're thinking. On the road still, and this is about 4 to 5 feet tall. Got some cans down in here. Cans here, there's some glass. There's another structure here. This is what it looked like. How old's that? I don't know. That looks like from a stove, possibly. And maybe this rock fell in a little bit. There's maybe a couple people could sleep in here. Look at the size of these rocks. They're huge. And now we're right above that. The road came in from down there. You can actually see the rigs where my finger's pointing at them right there. Maybe a quarter mile away. Maybe this was, because this is a lot bigger, and maybe this is where the horses were kept. Squared off over here. Or horses and mules. If anybody out there knows who might have made these structures or what they're used for, please leave a comment. We'd love to know what it is. Look at that. I found a can full of gold coins.
Nice.
Not. Some more old cans. Really pretty glass. It's thick. Okay, so now we're about 2.5 miles up. This has all been stacked off. We're headed up the mountain And I'm thinking what they're mining is up in here. But I've walked a long ways. Longer than I thought we were gonna go. But now we're not stopping. We're gonna have to see what's up here. Phil went in this canyon down here. He said there's some kind of old road there. This, to me, is a possible grave, I'm thinking. They've got the big rocks stacked around it. The smaller rocks just placed over here. So, I'm not sure. We're almost up to the top or the bottom of the canyon. We go straight up, so we're gonna go a little bit further. I can't even see the rigs anymore. I don't even know how far we are away. Several miles. Something up here, we're gonna find it.
So we kind of separated. Carl stayed back up over there down. I came down this. It kind of looked like a road when I started down it, but this stuff is very unforgiving. Couldn't imagine having to make a road through this. Then it branches off over this way. I thought there may have been a mine shaft someplace over in this way based on Google Earth. So we'll keep looking around. Tree in the road, still following it up. Still a rock wall. More debris in the way. Found a can, so they've been up here. Old rusty tin can. And you can still see how this looks like a road. So we're still going up. Came up this little area. So as you can see, we're pretty much up to the top of this damn thing. Don't know why we still cannot figure it out. So we'll keep trucking though, see if we can figure it out.
Okay, so we've hiked up
a million miles. It feels like
Look at this. What is that? Grab that. There's a piece of steel. This is man-made.
Might have been cut.
Who would bring this up here for what reason? Well, it's a no-go on finding anything up here like a mine shaft or anything. And I don't know.
But we tried.
All I gotta say is we got a couple more miles to go, and then we still gotta go set up camp. And it's already about 4 o'clock. And I'm already tired. Yeah.
This calls for
Somebody,
más cerveza.
Somebody go get me a beer, please. Thank you.
This way. Follow me.
Thank you.
I'll take you to the bar.
5 miles and there's a beer sitting waiting for you. Perfect.
Beer.
Right on. Piece of porcelain. Okay, we got the tent set up. We were up at the base of that mountain earlier. We're down here calling for up to 75-mile-an-hour winds down below, but that's not happening here.
Let's hope not.
I don't think so. It's almost nothing. We've got the diesel heater prepping itself to fire up. We're going to test it out. I'm going to run it a little bit. Turn it off. This is how simple this thing is. On, off, hot, cooler. And I'll tell you one thing. No more cold nights in a tent. So it's a game changer. How's that diesel heater working out?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Put it under your shirt. That's warm, isn't it?
You had this blowing on you all night long?
Trust me. It's gonna get cold tonight.
We're gonna be glad we have this.
I mean,
creatures of comfort.
Yeah, it's gonna get down to 20s.
This is nice.
For sure, yeah. It's nice. Camping's hard work. Got our tent up. Everything ready to go. Gonna Nice little fire here. It's breezy, but it's not windy like, you know, they're calling for these terrific winds down, you know, Dayton, Reno, whatever out in there, Carson City. But we're protected in this canyon. We went, I don't know, how far do you think we hiked? Like 3 miles? Felt like 4 or 5.
Yeah, felt like 100.
Yeah, we hiked up the mountain to the very base of the mountain up there. And I think it was close to 6,000 feet. And I know it's about 4,600 foot elevation we're at here. So that's quite the little journey. It's nice to sit down, relax, and it's always good to get out and enjoy something that you like to do. We try to do stuff that's you know, that most people can't do. You know, we go to these gold mines and ghost towns and just the country that we go to, and I guess we're just lucky to be in an area that we can do that. So I just appreciate, you know, people that watch our channel. And we've got a lot of subscribers lately, and if you're watching this right now, you know, subscribe to the channel, because it does mean a lot, and it means that, you know, somebody's out there that I think that they like what you're doing and they're going to follow you. And so far I've got over 100 videos uploaded and an endless amount coming down the pike. We've always got something in the back of our mind that we're going to do. My wife couldn't make it this time. She's on dog duty and cat duty. And she thought we were crazy for going out today because it was so windy, or it was going to be so windy. I thought I'd just come up here a little above our campsite and take a look at that sunset that's coming. Hanging on to the, you know, the GoPro selfie stick, and it's ice cold. But it's been a great day so far. It's a great spot. And you can't beat that view. Now that's a sunset. Okay, we're cooking up a gourmet meal. We started with some minced onions and some bacon that I cut up really small. Now we put some American cheese in there, hamburger patties, grass-fed. The smell is unbelievable. And Phil's cooking up the buns.
1,000 uses for the fish basket. Here's another one. So we got some bread inside the fish basket, cooking, steaming up. Looks a lot more intense than what it actually is on the camera, but yeah, we're smoking some bread here. And now we'll flip it over. Yeah, it's looking great. All right, here's our final product.
Oh, because we're coming up to St. Patrick's Day, so patty melt, get it?
Patty melt.
Got it?
Patty melt in the woods.
Oh man, look at this.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Let's eat.
Let's smash them. Fire right here. The wind has really died down to nothing.
I knew these rocks were going to be tricky.
There's some rocks there, look out.
I knew they were going to be tricky.
I was
things are sticking up all over the place. This fire's great.
That's the whole thing about coming out and camping. Just having a campfire, and it's nature's TV that you can just stare at it for hours, and you don't need to look at your phone or watch TV at home. Well, good morning. I don't know what the temp is. It's only about probably low 30s, but gorgeous sunrise. Sun's actually coming up behind us, but it's hitting the mountains over there. Really pretty. That looks nice and warm.
Fire.
Well, other than the diesel heater shutting off every 1 hour and 45 minutes, you know, wasn't too bad.
That was warm.
Wasn't too cold. Got a nice fire this morning. Already made some coffee. And we'll make some breakfast and just hang out and enjoy this a little bit longer. 8:23 and the sun's just poking up over the top of the ridge line. And that sun feels good. You touch anything that's away from the fire, and it's cold. So we're gonna make some breakfast over here. Phil's looking for tracks of some kind of animal that was walking by the tent last night. I don't know what it was. Probably smelling this leftover dinner. You know what's nice is having a campfire, getting warm on this side, and that sun is just as warm as the campfire. We were told, don't go, it's too windy, you guys are crazy, but it wouldn't be any fun. Well, we had fun. We went up to what we thought was a miner's camp up there and hiked about 3 miles straight up that mountain. Found a lot of cool stuff up there. We never did find a mine or anything like we were hoping to, but it was really interesting the amount of work that they had did with all those rocks and putting that road in. You never know what you're gonna find up here. So that was pretty cool. And then the camp last night was good. It was a little cool, a little problem with the diesel heater, but we survived it, got everything loaded up. And now we're just gonna take a little bit of time to relax and
then go about our day.
The wood's dry. There was snow up here last week, so everything else was kind of wet. Underneath our tent, it was kind of wet. We had some tarps down, but we pulled them out. They're full of mud. We appreciate you guys coming along for the ride with us, and can't wait to do it again. Phil, what was our next adventure we're planning out?
Well, we've got to go back up and do the Nightingale mines because we didn't get there last time.
Yeah.
Do some more exploration up in that area.
That's out by the Winnemucca Dry Lake bed. It's pretty close to Burning Man. Maybe, what, 45 minutes away on the playa. That's going to be a cool adventure. So, thanks again for watching. And we're going to see you on the next video. Phil, closing remarks today?
Yeah.
Tired?
No, actually, I feel pretty good at this point. Now that the camp is all broke down, a lot of work, like you said. Camping takes a tremendous amount of effort. Plus, we went for a long hike yesterday.
Yeah.
But it was all good. Glad we brought some extra warm gear because it was chilly last night. But that diesel heater worked pretty dang well, other than the fact that it shut off on us a couple times. I was warm. You can't complain.
That's because I stayed up turning it back on every hour and a half.
That's why you're tired.
That's why I'm tired. You're fine. All right. We'll see y'all on the next one. Thanks again.
What?
I took the shortcut.
I was wondering if I was supposed to go that way.
If you like that video, subscribe to the channel, Side by Side Survival and Adventures. We appreciate you watching. We got lots of great stuff uploaded, and we got a lot of great stuff coming in the future. So we'll see y'all on the next one.